What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So it sounded like a really good idea. I did like it, and you guys seem to have pretty good feedback as well. So here we are today, episode 1 of Budget Cyber Dragons. This is kind of inspired by Pax balling on a budget where he's taking Shadal's. I'll be honest, I actually have not actually watched his series or the videos. I have heard and been recommended to watch them by others, but it just got me thinking. Cyber Dragon, budget. I see people ask all the time, how can I play? What cards can I substitute for this or this or this? So I wanted to start up a series. We're going to do this once a week. So initially, this is how it's going to go. We had a $75 budget to build Cyber Dragons, shipping included, guys. So as you can see right here, we got our main deck, 40 cards. We have our extra deck. We're not running a side deck yet, so we'll see how that goes. But shipping included, I wanted this to be something, if you had $75, you can buy this deck at least as of 6:53 p.m. on the 5th of February. You could buy this for $73.78, which means we do have a $1.22 bankrolled, which we'll talk about here in just a second. So $75 startup, that's here. You can see that now. We're going to jump into the list in a little bit where I'll talk to you guys about the list, the choices, why we did it this way, what the strategy is. We'll talk about some cards that we're going to really try to get first, what we're going to try and budget towards and plan on getting first and prioritize. And then we're going to go ahead and do some replays for you guys. We're going to go get 3 matches against at least semi-relevant decks. If we lose, we lose. I'm not going to just cherry pick these replays and show all wins. I mean, like, if we win them all, guys, I swear I'm not cheating. But we're just going to go ahead and show you guys these. Because, I mean, realistically, if we're going to go ahead and lose to, like, really a full-powered deck that's tier 1, tier 2, or like high rogue, if they're full powered and we're playing a different rogue deck on a $75 budget, like, you know, come on, we're missing some pretty important cards, at least right now. So I'm not too concerned if we don't win. As long as we can at least compete, I will be happy. But hey, if we can win 1, 2, or even 3 of this first week, that would be absolutely awesome. And then moving forward, we'll have a $10 budget each week to either bankroll it or buy some cards, or, you know, we can spend $5 and then bankroll our other 5. So like I said, we do have a $1.22 bankrolled as of right now, because 75 was our starting budget, and you can see we did not exceed that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on over to that deck list. Yeah, so we're gonna actually be streaming on YouTube. Try to do it a little bit more. It's gonna be late night streams because that's when it works best for me. Possibly weekends, or if, you know, I can get over by Brock and we can do stuff like that maybe. But, you know, we're here for this today. Here's the list. Pretty sweet background, if I do say so myself. But Cyber on a budget, the debut, the original, the first list. So here we go. You can kind of see it already. You had a moment to see it already. Your minds are probably churning. Some things that really jump out to me right away. We saw Cyber Dragon hers really spike up. Luckily, it did come down. We got them for $5 a piece. At $5, though, I don't want to get 3 of them right now. I don't like the deck's playable with 2 easily, so I didn't feel the need to actually get that third one right now, because $5 was pretty heavy. We were going to run Skullmeister, but we ended up dropping it for Dark Ruler no more, because Dark Ruler is live going second. Obviously, if your opponent sets up their board, it's not the best, but at the same time, we also saved like $1.30 per copy. So right there was another $4 that we saved by running the Dark Rulers instead. But here we got 3 Cyber Dragon, 3 Core, 2 Hearse, 2 Naxter, thanks to the reprint, 2 Fear, and 1 Dry. So 13 Cyber Dragon monsters overall. We're not playing Galaxy Soldier, so Dry definitely does help here. We have things like IRS and Machine Dupe, so you don't necessarily need to rely on Dry. But we're not playing Galaxy Soldier because it's like $17 a copy, which is really, really steep. Like, if we wanted to get 2 of them, right there's almost half our budget. So it might be a little while before we get our soldiers in there. So we do end up, I like this one. 2 Fear, because we cut a hers. We could easily have played 3 Naxter even, but I like the body there. I like Fear. You know, we're playing a strategy that you'll kind of pick up on pretty quick here. We're playing the 2 Kaijus. It's just good going second cards. Hand traps that are actually effective right now aren't really that budget friendly, aside from DD Crow coming in at like $1.50 a piece. Big thing too is trying to group our sellers together to save on shipping as much as we could. But yeah, 3DD Crow, pretty strong hand trap this format. 3 emergency, thank goodness for that reprint. We got a playset for less than $2. 2 repair plants. Rev system, I felt like it didn't justify the $2 we needed to spend on it, especially since we're not playing Verde Anaconda yet. I was going to really try and budget that in first and then fill in the deck around it, but the deck was just lacking way too much if we did that. So we cut it and did not go that route. We have the 1 Cyberload Fusion, again, good reprint, cut the price way down. 3 Overload Fusions, 3 Machine Duplication, 2 Infernal Reckless Summon. So a lot of people have tried this in the past. I actually have really liked it in the past and compared it to Machine Dupe. But, I mean, you guys know me. I went away from Machine Dupe altogether, so naturally I wouldn't play this neither for basically the same reasons. And this is just worse going first, but potentially better going second. We have some plays that hopefully you guys will see in the replays, and we'll see how it works out for us. But if you special summon a monster with 1500 or less to your field while your opponent controls a face-up monster, special summon as many as possible with that same name, keeping in mind they're all Cyber Dragon, from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So late game, Banish Core, summon like Naxxer from the graveyard, Chain Infernal Reckless Summon. Now you can summon a whole bunch of Cyber Dragons. But otherwise, your opponent does get to special summon, they get to pick one of their monsters too. If they only have, if they don't have other copies of it, they can't do it. If they have an extra deck monster, they can't summon more from the extra deck. So that's always nice that way. We typically, if you're going to resolve it, especially if possible, it's a little harder without Galaxy Soldier. If we can make Cliffort Genius first and then resolve your Infernal Reckless Summon, which here is why we're probably going to target Rev System and Monster Reborn pretty early, because it's really going to help us trigger Infernal Reckless Summon while we have monsters on board, because the best way to trigger it right now is Core and Graveyard. But once we get those cards, or I mean 1-for-1 works too, but once we get those cards, then we can trigger it more often and make it a little more consistent, because Cliffort Genius, we summon, I mean it works with Machine Dupe too, but you summon to, it's 2 arrows, and you can actually use your Genius to search out your Kaiju. So now you can Kaiju, say they get 2 extra copies. Odds are if they had a monster, they went first, it's face up, odds are it's an attack position, so you're going to get a bunch of Cyber Dragons. You can make Infinity and absorb the attack position one, and then you can summon 2 your arrows and search out your Kaiju, and you can Kaiju one of the other 2, and then you contact it away, and all of a sudden your opponent still only has 1 copy of that monster, whereas you have a big bad board. So obviously we're going for a hit hard, hit fast, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Or strike first, yeah, strikes, I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I was very disappointed by Cobra Kai Season 3. Season 4 better be amazing, because they can't just end a season like that. That was ridiculous. But it does make me want to come back for more, so I guess that's good. Dark Ruler No More heavily conflicts with the main strategy of this version of the deck. I love it in Cyber Dragons period, because I've said it so many times, I'd rather win than OTK. This build's kind of pushing for the OTK, so it does conflict a little bit, but it's kind of necessary. And I'm somewhat reluctantly okay. We'll see how our replays go. We might end up cutting it, which would, hurt, because we just spent that money on it. But we'll see what we do. 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Foolish Burial, 1/1/1, and then we have 2 Cybernetic Overflows. So pretty happy with the list, I guess, overall. We'll see how the replays go. Extra deck, we're going to go a little quicker. It's pretty self-explanatory. 1 Mega Fleet, 1 Fortress. We have 1 Twin and Eternity. We had not a whole lot of money left, so we threw the Eternity in there as just a possible utility card that we may use. We might end up even trying to throw a little Power Bond in there and really pushing for the OTK next week. 2 Rampage, 2 Nova, 1 Infinity, 1 Pleiades, 1 Almirage, 1 Lin Karibo, 1 Seeger, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Cliffort Genius. So some things, like we already mentioned, Monster Reborn and Rev System are 2 of the cards that we want to kind of target earlier and go for. Otherwise, Verde Anaconda and Galaxy Soldier would be amazing, but their price points, I'm not quite sure when we're going to get to it. And I didn't look at prices whatsoever, but I do have some spicy stuff that I do want to look into. Don't worry, guys, it's still Cyber Dragon. I promise the combo lines are there. And we're going to see not just the budget-wise, because I'm pretty sure this engine is actually pretty cheap, but how consistent is it without Galaxy Soldier is my main concern. So we'll see how that goes. Make sure you subscribe to stay tuned and see that. I'm going to end this little part here, go catch a drink, and I will see you guys with some replays in a bit. So here we go. We're going to get ready. We got Cyber on a budget. Let's go ahead. Game 1, match 1 of 3. So let's see what will happen. Not a terrible hand. We can trigger our Infernal Reckless Summon. So we'll see what he ends on. And if he doesn't really end on much good, we can Kaiju something here. So that's really nice. We have our Fear, so we can easily put 2 monsters on board and not make the Verdi that we don't have. But we do have, like you can, normally your Hers, especially your Seeger, link into our Cliffort Genius actually, like we Kaiju him as well. And then our Hers is going to search out a Cyber Dragon. Next, her pitch the Cyber Dragon to summon itself, and then we can use Infernal Reckless Summon and summon a bunch of Cyber Dragons, and then our Cliffort Genius will actually search out a Light Machine as well. So there's a lot we can do. We'll kind of see what he ends on, what he does, and go from there. Oh, artifacts, cool. We're probably going to get Scythed, which may end up hurting, but if we put Fear on board and a bunch of big Cyber Dragons, we might still be able to OTK. We're probably not going to Kaiju him, though, because, well, you know, we don't want to not be able to get over our own monster. Ooh, Hulka Fibrex, too, because why not? So this will be interesting to see where we go with this. We already saw that he has the Scythe set, so he's going to, well, try and pop it with something. Depending what he does. Okay, we got this, because now he's going to take out his Hulka Fibrex and then pop the Scythe. So we're just not going to let that happen. Hopefully he doesn't have another way to do it, but that's going to be our main one. Okay, now we can kind of, you know, do what we want. How do we want to go about this? Because we could actually get access to our Cyber Dragon core here, or we can use that just for like a follow-up play, because we should really be able to push for anything we want. I mean, we could discard the Fear to summon it. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Activate Seeger, discard Fear, summoning the Naxter. Now we're going to chain our Infernal Reckless Summon, so he might get some more Tuning Magicians, I guess, if he's playing them. Probably is. So we get our Fear there. He's not, so he doesn't have another tuning, so that's kind of nice. He gets absolutely nothing out of this. Now we can go ahead and make a Fortress Dragon. So, I mean, we pretty much win this match, because we're just going to, like, contact fuse a bunch of stuff, make our board, do what we want. We could have made the Cliffort play, like I said, mentioned before, but there's really just not really any benefit or point to it this time. So, you know, why go ahead and do that when we don't really need to? Now we can actually Repair Plant, really just rub this all in. We didn't have to make, actually we did have to make our Nova, because we need the space there, leaving our other cards on board. What in his hand could hurt right now? Nothing. I mean, he could have potentially a Nibiru, but that really wouldn't worry me too much, because we would still get our card off our Nova. So just getting out our Cyberload Fusion now at that point. Then we can go ahead and link into our Seeger. Nova effect. We're just like really going to ruin this dude's day. Not yet, because we are going to, well, OTK for 1, and we're going to just completely dismantle his board, so that's cool. Just in case he has like a Battle Fader or something stupid like that, we got our Infinity now, and let's go ahead and activate our Cyberload Fusion. Infinity there to protect. Rampage, 1, 2, 3, call it a day. Rampage's effect. Boom, boom, boom. Not worried about popping the Scythe, like, at all. Let's see. Destroy it, summon it. Yeah, because, I mean, we can do that there. So, I mean, they get the protection, but not too worried, like we said. So they just didn't get destroyed. which actually we probably shouldn't have anyway because it would get the monster effect being popped. So we're going to go ahead, Rampage, just mill 2. Doesn't matter which 2. Battle phase. Best thing to do there probably wouldn't have been popping with Rampage. We were just trying to really flex on it because, you know, Pendulums are not a fun deck to play against. I hate Pendulums with every little being of my body. And we OTK'd him with a $70 Cyber Dragon deck. So 1 game down and lost connection. Okay, so I guess that's a win for match 1, right? So 1 game down, 2 games to go. I know I said matches initially, but this was all planned out to be games. I think I even said matches in the post. Nonetheless, to clear that up, we are going to do games because this video is already going pretty long. I don't want this to be like an hour-long thing unless that's what you guys want. Let me know down below. We could always potentially do matches, but hopefully we get some good replays. Ooh, going first with this hand is not the worst thing ever. We can't special. I guess, yeah, it's pretty much the worst thing ever. Can't special summon Cyber Dragon. Can't use. I mean, we could summon our Dry, but that's not going to do a whole lot. So we kind of have to pass turn. Going second is actually really, really rough. But yeah, we just saw that we obviously beat a Pendulum Magician. That was a pretty good replay. Ooh, Relinquished. I wonder if it's actually Drytron with Relinquished. I know I've seen people talk about it, but it'll be interesting. Dogmatika. So we're probably going to have to deal with a punishment here. Searches. Yep, there's the punishment. Hopefully he didn't open the Fleur too. We're going to be in an interesting position here. That's for sure. So punishment's set. We'll see if he has the Fleur. Special summon Cyber Dragon. See what he does. Normal the Dry. Effect, yes. So now we can only summon machines. We know he's got the punishment. I mean, if he pops our Nova, that's fine because we're going to get a free summon out of it. And we have the Overload Fusion and Cyberload Fusion. So, really not too worried right now, at least. So he's going to send probably Titaniclad because he has... There's no point in sending in Tis in this situation. Ooh, Shadal. Okay. See what else he's got. We're going to get our free machine. So here, we're going to actually summon Rampage because we're going to just completely, you know, go for broke here. Now we can actually banish 2. We want to keep our Nova there. Just the 2. Rampage effect. See what he... Ooh, Ash. Okay. Could be worse, could be worse. We're going to... Let's see what else we got here. 2 banished there, so I mean we could go into nothing really worthwhile. I mean we got our Nova in the graveyard. What do we want to do? We still can make another Nova and go into infinity. Sucks. Actually they're not... Okay, never mind. Don't worry about that at all. Rampage is not a hard once per turn, so we're going to use this Rampage. Duh. You know, pretty self-explanatory there. Core hers. Hers, get our core. We don't have any more targets for our Overload Fusion, so that's basically just dead at this point. Ooh. Wow, we muffed that one up pretty good. We should have sent, absolutely. Ooh, we definitely messed that up. Okay, but that's okay. I had a different ideal here. We 100% should have sent a, Naxter. Can't even think right now. It's getting late. We got everything set up for tomorrow, which is today for you guys when this is getting viewed. If we sent our Naxter, we do this, and now we'd summon our Naxter, which would summon our Rampage back, and then we, well, just win the game. That's not going to happen here, so a little unfortunate, but it's okay. We will pull through. I mean, depending what he's got in his hand, actually. No, because we don't have any more Rampages. But actually, yeah. No, because we need the hers. I'm just like thinking out loud to myself here, guys. Ignore me. Funny that, oh no, because we're going to get locked into, ooh, yeah, just completely ignore me, guys. I am just thinking to myself, this is what I do when I play test and practice, but normally you guys don't hear this part, so maybe we're going to have to go back to our replay only portion. So now we're going to go into our Cyber Twin for game. Definitely was overthinking that way too much, trying to like big brain myself into a win even though I already had games. So Pendulum Magicians, no problem. Dogmatika, no problem. You know, we're playing Cyber Dragon, best deck, $75, no problem, right? Okay, single matches. Now we got our third one to do. Like I said, Pendulum Magician ain't got nothing on us. Dogmatika, nothing on us. I mean, I guess he had to use it at that point, but he could have destroyed before. We still could have made our rampage and did some plays. So it's not like we were by any means in a horrible situation, especially because we make that first rampage. We had cyber load, so we could make a second rampage. That way we just wouldn't end up being able to get any damage in on game on board that time. Decent hand. We have our emergency, so that's our starter. That's cool. DD Crow is our one hand trap to disrupt. Ooh, Rhoda, what are we playing against? Sky Striker. That'd be interesting. Nope. Elemental Heroes. Okay, I mean, we can hit the Mally. Special summon one card. Da-da-da. Not worried yet. Stratos in hand. Nope. Vision Hero Vion in hand. So, normal, send one hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. We're going to let him send his Mally. Ooh, Shadow Mist, okay. Not entirely what I was expecting, but that's no problem nonetheless. Dark Claw, Plasma, not entirely sure what he's going to be going for. Heroes are in that rogue category with Cyber Dragon, but Cyber Dragon's like 100 times better. Unfortunately, you know, he's probably playing with, you know, his adjusted gold that costs as much as our entire deck. So, you know, that one card right there costs the price of our deck. And yet we're still probably going to walk away with this win because we do have our emergency, which means core, which means we have our kaiju, which means, you know, I like where we're at. Moving forward, waiting. But yeah, so not too concerned because we have Cyber Dragon, we have Drive, which that's our infinity. We have Foolish that we can bait or we can send whatever we want. We have Emergency that we can get to our core, which means we can get to our kaiju. That makes it a little more interesting. But I can run over a, I mean, he set up his OTK with having the Dark Calling, so he's got his follow-up. It'll be interesting to see which way he goes. If we can bait the Dragoon with something. If he Dragoon and negates our emergency, actually, we're in a good spot because it negates the activation. We can discard our Foolish or our DD Crow and get it right back, which means we're going to be able to kaiju him. So, not worried about anything he's got on board yet. So if he does Dragoon pass, I mean, we win. Not necessarily, I shouldn't say that. If we draw a kaiju, though, we win. There's the Predaplant. And he sent Fusion Destiny, so he's not even playing Dragoon. Okay. Interesting. So, yeah, not really too worried about this. I mean, we're still gonna try and play it out smart, obviously, but could be worse. That's absolutely for sure. We could always search like Naxter, discard Cyber Dragon, summon it, bring back Cyber Dragon, normal dry, make Naxter also a level 5. And then use like Foolish to put something in the graveyard, make our Nova, revive a Cyber Dragon, and now we can make a second Nova Infinity, and we have 2 Novas and a Cyber Dragon on board, which we can make a Mega Fleet then. Lots of options here, so I really don't even care what my draw for turn is. So we'll, more or less depending on his hand, is going to dictate what we do. I'm okay with that draw too. Like, I'll take it. Let's go ahead and see if we can bait anything out. Foolish. We could even... There's like so much we could do. We could send a core to banish the core, but we want to search our core with our emergency. So let's send our Cyber Dragon Hertz. We're going to use its effect, just trying to bait out like a hand trap. Doesn't work, so that's okay. If he does Ash the emergency, it's not the end of the world neither. So like I said, we can go for core, but then we lose our normal summon from our dry. So we're actually going to go for our Naxter. And now we can special summon Cyber Dragon since we have 2 of them. Like, we actually have a lot that we can do here. Naxter, discard Cyber Dragon. And we're going to get locked into machines, which especially in this version, it's fine because we don't use a whole lot that's not machines. I'm actually really excited for this. I'm making it up on the spot. I'll get better, don't worry, I promise, at the whole, you know, talking and doing and thinking all at one time, but we do have a Cyber Dragon in graveyard, so we... And here comes the Nibiru. Oh, Honest Neos. Okay, that was way too premature. I mean, I guess he's going to do it because of the Infinity, but... Yeah, that was... Okay. Oh, there we go. And destroy it. So, quick effect, target 1 card in the field, destroy it, do this attack becomes equal to the card's original attack. Okay. Like, I'm not worried about that at all. We still didn't normal summon. Now we're going to get a free Rampage. Or Twin, or Eternity. We're going to make an Infinity, get our Mega Fleet, Infinity Absorb. 2,900, 20... how do we want to do this? Well, we do have Cyberload Fusion too. Just trying to think what the best route here would be. Improvise. I mean, I guess we could just do that. He's got nothing, right? We have no way to get Rampage back on board if we do that, however. We could still steal one and... Okay, we got this. We're gonna go like IQ 500 right here. Infinity. Hopefully he doesn't have something in hand to stop us, because I'd like cry. Nothing for graveyard, right? This card's attacks different, blah blah blah. Destroyed to equal. Okay, I don't think there's anything to worry about. And he's only got 6,000 attack actually too, so we probably didn't need to do as much as we're going to, but we'll see if it sticks, right? So there you go, guys. IQ like 600. Make the Infinity to absorb the monster, then use the Infinity to make a Mega Fleet, and we just cleared out 2 monsters. Oh wow, we forgot Rampage's effect. Our IQ like 600 just turned into like IQ 3. Ouch. Ooh. Ooh wee, yeah. Oh man. Like wow, that was I'm a little angry at myself. I have no one else to be mad at. Like, oh man. Wow. Cyber Dragon 101, guys. See, anyone can make a mistake. And to think, you guys ask me for advice, like, oh, wow. Talking, trying to play, thinking. Like I said, I'll get better at this. It's a lot going on right now. Normally, I script out my videos ahead of time, so doing it live and on the spot it's definitely different. Um, but we'll get good at it. Don't worry. We're probably gonna end up losing now, but I mean, it happens. Oh man, though, because we would have swung for another 8,400. See if we can still come away with it. Because I mean, we're already 2-0 on the day. Let's see if we can finish 3-0 for episode 1. How cool would that be? But ouch, that not gonna live that one down, I don't think. He's gonna have to use at least one from hand. Shadow, Vion. Nope, 3. Trinity. Okay, have this card's fusion for this. Nice double original fusion. Maybe second and third. Okay, well, we're gonna take a little bit of damage here. Luckily, we can make Infinity back on our turn, so he better come up with something good. Assuming he can't do anything else. Okay, he can do a little bit more, so we're gonna try and survive for the turn, but we'll see. 6,400. We can boost the Rampage to 42, take no damage from Seeger, take 800 there. Banish Core, summon Naxter, get our Infinity back. Okay, cool. We survive and might even be able to pull the win out. Because we're going to Banish Core, summon Naxter. Yeah, because then we'll have another Rampage that we can make. So we'll have Infinity attacking direct with 23. Ooh, we're going to hit for 4,300, but we'll have a negate, so that'll be nice. Take 800 here. I'm like not going to brag about my next IQ 500 play that I already planning. It's a little nicer when he's going because I can actually sit back and think, as opposed to when it's my turn and I'm really just chomping at the bit to do it. Ooh, Overflow is going to save us big time though. Okay, Cyber Dragon Core, Banish, summon Naxter. Yes, we want to summon our... Ooh. We can win for sure. Because we can make another Rampage. Or... can make an Infinity. Go Insurance Policy. I guess no, we still win. Might as well be protected, right? Because our Rampage, this time we're not going to forget to mill 3. We'll be able to attack 3 times at 2,100 each. And it will go much, much better. So, this is what should have happened last time. Rampage, mill 2. The sends don't matter, but just in case we're going to use... Okay, and there he surrendered. So that's game, guys. Sorry about forgetting Rampage there. At least we made up for it in the best way possible. Second Rampage next turn. We survived. We made it. Deck's actually performing pretty well. You know, we're being aggressive. We're going for Infinity, whether that's... I mean, hopefully you guys see the utility of Dry. If you can't afford Galaxy Soldier, if you didn't have Galaxy Soldier, if you need Galaxy Soldier, Dry... it does bring a lot to the table, and I mean, it's a good Cyber Dragon name. Maybe playing it at 1 Impure is not the worst thing ever, because I mean the consistency you saw, we made Infinity a bunch. It is pretty good overall. We're really happy with how the deck performed. I mean, we played a Dogmatika deck, Heroes, and Pendulum Magicians. We won all 3 of our games. That's cool. I mean, like I said, let me know down below if you want this to be a lot longer. We can do 3 matches, but remember, we might go 3 games for each of those matches, so this could have been potentially 1 match. Like, we could have 2 more matches on top of that, and I feel like these actually went kind of quick, so that's why the idea of playing 3 games kind of stuck around. But yeah, so there's 3 games, the list. $73.78. We got $10 for next week. We're gonna look into some things, and I mean, feel free to comment down below. What stuff would you think we could use? Do we want more hand traps, more disruption, more going second cards, or do we want to just start bankrolling it and go for like our Verde for our soldiers and things like that? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys like this series and really support it. We can get a lot of views on it, a lot of comments on it, a lot of likes on it. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell everyone, tell your mom. I don't care. Like, just get the word out there, guys. A lot of fun. See you guys next time, literally, because I mean, camera's on now. Hopefully we didn't look too dumb, because I actually just realized that the camera's on. So happens. We're set up to stream tomorrow, which tomorrow means today, because it is the 6th. It's Dragon Rider Championship Series 2. If you made it all the way to the end, come check us out, guys. We're going to be live on YouTube right here, streaming Dueling Book for that tournament. Take care, guys. See you next time.